Welcome back, Cubs. In this video, we're going to take a look at mole mass stoichiometric calculations. Yes, there is a typo. This should be water, 6H2O, not just 6H, 6H2O. For mole mass stoichiometry, let's go back to the general equation for mole mass stoichiometry. So our given is going to be moles of substance A. Our unknown is going to be grams of substance B. So that means we start with mole A. This unit drops down. Then we have mole B. This unit drops down. And now we have grams of B. Notice, if it's gram and mole together, the substance has to be the same. If it's mole and mole together, that's when you can change from substance A to substance B. Make sure those units cancel out, and we're left with grams of B. So let's take a look at a sample problem. We've got the one from the lecture notes right here. What mass of glucose can be produced from a reaction using 10 moles of carbon dioxide? So, just a reminder, we need to have a balanced chemical equation. The balanced chemical equation is 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives us C6H12O6 and 6 moles of oxygen. So we've got our balanced chemical equation. Now we need to identify our known and unknown. So look for the numerical value right here, 10 moles of CO2. That's going to be our known. So our given is 10 moles of CO2. Now we need to identify our unknown. Unknowns have this primer. What mass, how much, determine, find the. So we're looking for mass of glucose. Mass of glucose is our unknown. So that's grams of glucose. Cool. So we have mole to mass stoichiometry. So we're going to use this general equation right here. So we have 10 moles of CO2. This unit drops down. We're going to moles of glucose. Because remember, we first have to go to the mole, the universal converter. Now that we're in moles, we can convert to grams. Okay, so what values go here? Well, the 10 that comes from the problem. Mole over mole, refer to the balanced chemical equation. Use the coefficients. Coefficient for glucose is a 1. The coefficient for carbon dioxide is a 6. Gram and mole, when these are together, mole gets the 1. Then, to find grams, we need to refer to our periodic table and find the molar mass of glucose. Recall, you do that by adding up the parts. So carbon, 6 times 12.01. Hydrogen, 12 times 1.01. 12. 1.01 comes from the periodic table. Oxygen, 6 times 16. Add up the parts, 180.18. 180.18. Remember, for molar masses, we're going to go 2 spots after the decimal place to the hundredths position. Okay, so let's double check, make sure that our units cancel out. They do. Now we type it into the calculator. We've got 10 divided by 6 times 180.18. 300 grams of glucose. 3 sig figs with the decimal point there. in your answer. And yes, you need to write moles of what substance, moles of what substance, grams of what substance. Let's do one more practice problem. Okay, on page 291, down at the bottom, we got number 1 here. So, page 291, number 1 says, when magnesium burns in air, it combines with oxygen to form magnesium oxide according to the following equation. It's having difficulty focusing. Okay, so balanced chemical equation. We have 2Mg plus O2 gives us 2 moles of magnesium oxide. Make sure your equation is balanced. Okay, now identify your given. Look for the number in the problem. The given is 2.00 moles of magnesium. Then identify the unknown. Remember, unknowns are going to be suggested by the phrase what mass, how much, determine, etc. So our unknown is mass in grams of magnesium oxide. So we have our given in moles, our unknown in grams. So this is a mole to mass stoichiometric calculation. So we start with our given, 2 moles of magnesium. This unit, then drop down. We want to go to magnesium oxide. We can't go directly to grams of magnesium oxide from moles of magnesium. We first have to go to moles of magnesium oxide. Remember, mole over mole, that allows us to change substances. This unit drops down like before, and we're looking for grams of magnesium oxide. So, mole over mole, use the coefficients from the balanced chemical equation. We got a 2 and a 2, coefficients. Then, gram over mole, mole gets the 1. Then, to find the grams of the substance, you need to refer to your periodic table for molar mass of magnesium oxide. We have magnesium, we have oxygen. It's 1 times 24.31 and 1 times 16.00. Add them up on the calculator. 24.31 plus 16 gives us 40.31. So when you have grams, add up the parts from the periodic table. Remember, 2 spots after the decimal point. Okay, now we have all of our values. Make sure the units cancel out. They do. We're left with grams of magnesium oxide. Let's calculate it. So 2 times 2 divided by 2. Yes, it's still going to be 2 times 40.31. 80.6. 3 sig figs. Box or circle your answer. Okay, have a great day, Cubs. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be posting a video for some homework help on the mole mass worksheet.